You know what I would really like? I would really like to be able to come in and start the show. I would like for the people that work things to be here 2 hours earlier, nail it all. I sit down. That would be my dream. That would be my dream, you know? That'd be my dream. I say what I feel and feel what I say. And if you don't, then nobody knows, right? But I'm not going to get angry about it. But the reality is, if we don't say what we want, we're never going to get it. Yeah. If you don't have the love you want, it's because you didn't work on it. You didn't work on loving yourself first and foremost. That's got to come first. It always has to. Let's get back to the nutritional thing. Hey, Facebook, you missed a lot. I wish you would have had it, but yeah, we're in Mexico. Okay, now, so like I said, diet. The first 3 letters are die, but the reality is I can't kick the word out. I'd like to kick the word out, but I can't because we want to draw people in. So understand that every word has a vibration, right? Every word has a vibration. Like trying, I hope to show up. I hope I get well. I'm trying to do this. We got to stop talking like that. Sorry, stop with the sorries. Just see if you can make it one day without apologizing. If you intentionally hurt someone, apologize. If you didn't, can you just stop with the sorries? I'm sorry that I'm breathing. I'm sorry that I exist. I'm sorry, did I almost touch you? It's true. I have people in this room that almost touch me and they go, sorry. And I'm going, did they steal my wallet?
Sorry for breathing.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. So just know this, that you are spirit beings, but you're so easily to program. Try to program me. Go ahead, just for fun. I'd like to see you get away with it. It won't happen. Because I feel you. I don't listen to you. I feel you first. If I were to listen to you, I'd go nuts. Not you or you or you, but you know, population. When I say you, I don't even mean the people in this room. But you know as well as I do that everybody's lying. Why are they lying? Because they're not themselves. If you were yourselves, you wouldn't wear a mask. If you were yourself, you wouldn't go through a drive-through. If you were yourself, you wouldn't buy GMO foods. If you were yourself, you wouldn't be showering in chlorinated water. If you were yourself, you wouldn't watch the garbage that they put on TV to just make every human being feel unworthy. So you're not yourself. But you've never been yourself, except maybe when you're in the womb, but that changed really fast because you really didn't change. All the programming started the minute that you went into the womb. And for most, it's a tomb now. Just think if a woman's pregnant right now and she's fearful about life now. Don't ask yourself why there's not 10 toes. Don't ask yourself why there's not 10 fingers. Don't ask yourself. You can't terrorize a being without having problems. See, nobody wants to look at this, but most kids that are damaged are from the parents. And I don't even want to tell you the percentage because people aren't going to want to buy into this because nobody wants to talk about it because it's the Holy Grail. You leave it alone. It's genetics, so it's not. No, it's God cursing them. No, it's not. It's a little spirit being. And it doesn't understand English, but it understands vibration. And if you dement the vibration, would you dement the physical body? I told you that everything you eat and drink and every frequency that comes in, it creates a code. So the invisible creates the physical. The invisible is actually the frequencies coming off the mother and the father. And I think for myself, you may not like this, like I said before, but 70% of the situation is all up to the mother. So mothers need to get rid of fathers if they're terrorists. Mothers need to protect that child and herself, must find a loving place. If I was the king of everything, I'll tell you right now, You should not be having children until you learn how to love yourself and how to feed yourself. Every mother here, there might be one, but if you've been a mother, you knew that you could hardly make 2 or 3 meals by the time you got pregnant. You didn't even love yourself. You didn't know how to love the baby. You were scared the whole way through the pregnancy. It's all set up to manipulate the human species right from the get-go. During Christmas, December, I'm going to finish the Perfect Pain-Free Pregnancy. It'll be the most amazing course for couples to take before or if they're going to have any more children. And I'll tell you something, with the Wolf Non-Surgical and with this Perfect Pain-Free Pregnancy that we're writing, there's nothing like this. I've been working on it for 5 years. Okay? I wanted it done. Oh God, it chokes me up just even thinking about it. I just want to get it out. It's the most important thing. We already do them. That's where couples come for 10 days and we teach them about loving, honoring, respecting themselves first and foremost. Before their partner, and then if they can pull that off, then the love that they have they can give to their partner, because if they don't, it's contaminated. And if it's contaminated, then the baby's contaminated, and then the baby becomes mutated. And that's the bottom line. Oh, it's just an accident, eh? No. All right. There's an evil entity in this room. All right. Jono, do a clearing. Okay. So anyways, is there loving in the oven? Is the vibration cool? Are you stressed out about your finances? Is he stressed out about the finances? Does he want the baby? Do you want the baby? We really need to retake a look at all of this. That's where it all starts. It all starts there. It all starts with the parents, and it's all on their shoulders, and they better get this, and no guilt, no shame. But you better get this, parents. It's all about you. And then you terrorize your child all the way through, because you didn't learn how to love yourself or love each other. And you didn't. I've only met 2 couples that I think had a chance in my whole practice time to pull this off properly. And you can take it or believe it. But this is why you're never going to run out of business. If you don't have any business, you don't have any confidence. There's more business out there than you could even imagine if you knew you had an imagination. And you use that imagination, okay, for the creation of unconditionally loving yourself and then passing that on and teaching it. I could walk into anybody's family here and without judgment just observing and go, holy crap. Holy crap. So don't even tell me about your family. Don't even tell me about your family, because they were set up. Every family's been set up. If you were honest with me, you'd tell me that your family's messed up. Because you can't come here without getting messed up. Until we take down these elite Satan killers, it's not, but they've always ruled the planet. But what you don't get is they're always looking to inflame, mutate your relationships, and they get off on this. We are nothing more than a lab rat. And I know I'm off topic right now, but you need to understand that. But you know what? And the other thing is, and then I'm not going to touch on it anymore, but what you think about God, you don't have a clue. I don't have a clue. And everybody out there that thinks they have a clue, they're clueless. It is an energy source that is so powerful and so mighty that when it comes down to thinking about Earth and about babies and food, it's way so beyond that. It's like you are a spirit, you came down there, you said you could play that game, that life-threatening, fun-filled adventure. And guess what? You can't even get your shit together. You can't even pick up food from the store that's healthy. And you want somebody to save you. Are you even gonna, could you even be saved? You work on your emotions and you flip like this. And the reality is this, if you really knew about the universe, you would know that there's not a God thinking about you. Because you're not even thinking about yourself. I know that when I started actually putting out to the universe that God works for me, because I work for you, because we must work together, things started to change for me. When I put it out to the universe that I deserve this, I am a good person, I am going to work hard, I am going to be passionate, I am really going to observe myself, I'm going to observe the way I'm living, my whole life changed. As soon as I let God off the hook from anything, everything, but I knew that I got to put out the signal, okay, because there's a signal coming into your cells. I already told you that. That's your spirit. But if you're going to be stressed out, if you're going to be eating inflammatory foods, hanging around with inflammatory people, having inflammatory thoughts, you're going to thicken every cell, then the message can't get in, and that's your spirit. And they know this, and they do it all the time. Ask me, oh no, not ask me. I want to ask you a question. How in the heck can 7 billion people allow grocery stores to be full of 92% of toxic material? You deserve what you get, and you don't, but you do. You just go shop anyways. How can there be drive-thrus on every corner, but I can't find a health food store? And why is it that a health food store only has 25% good food in it, and the rest is poisonous?
They make you wear a mask.
Yeah, so understand something. You know what? It's never going to change, because guess what? You haven't got ovaries and you haven't got balls. It's never going to change. You know what? If I can't live in this world with integrity, I already know that my spirit never dies. I'm not hanging out here. I'm not staying here. Am I looking to leave? No, I'm not looking to leave, because I've got a good life. Does it look like I have a bad life? I create my life the way I want it. Okay? Oh, we're going to Sam's. That's great. I'll come with you. Well, yeah, but you don't like going in there. That's right. I'll stay in the car. I'm still coming with you. And it's not because I'm using people. There's people that'll just do it. I'm just not going to do it. And then I'd rather go to a market outside where I can buy my stuff anyways. If I could find organic berries, that'd be the end of it. Do you even think about what you do? Do you think about the way you feel? There's 7 billion of us, and there's only probably 20, 30, 40,000 of them. It's all about compliance. You know, remember how we all used to believe in this? Approved. Are you approved by the government? Okay. Do you belong to the Massage Therapy Association? Do you belong to the chiropractic? Do you belong to the Dental Association? I don't belong to any association. I don't belong to any system. I don't need anybody's approval. And there is no authority over you. The most important thing that you get out of this is that you actually walk in your own power. We're going to get through everything this week. And then we're not going to get through everything this week. I already told you, if you stay here for 90 days, you will kick any practitioner's butt on this planet. They won't even know what's coming for them. It's not in a book. It's a feeling. It's not in a book, it's in a feeling. Even though I gave you 2 books. Those books, yeah. Yeah, they're heavy. It's a heavy topic. Yeah. A lot of people worked on these books. Yeah. There are hundreds of thousands of hours.
No, I'm just saying, you said it's not in the theory. I said the books are heavy. There's a lot of good material.
Well, they're heavy too to carry around. Yeah. So you got your dietitians, you got your nutritionalists, and none of them really matter. You got your millions of different tests out there. You got your allergy testing. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in a lot of it. But is it true? Well, yeah, but we know that frequency overrides everything. Right? We know frequency overrides everything. Then we'll have people that'll go and they'll get tested. And the tests aren't right. How many people here know that if you do a blood test under blue light, that it's going to read wrong? How many people know that if you do blood testing and you do testings, that you have to do it in natural light or the test won't be right? Everything is mixed up and backwards. The medical system absolutely have no purpose today. Okay, very little. Probably small percentage, car accidents, sports injuries. Oh, and one other thing, they're there for the people that believe in them. Because if you don't take responsibility for self-care and self-love for yourself, you're going to get a tumor, you're going to have degenerated discs, you're going to have a degenerated hip, okay, you're going to have cysts, you're going to have tumors, you're going to have adhesions, you're going to have growths in your body. Oh, you're not going to like this. People like me don't get sick. We get tired, but we don't mind the tired because we worked for it. And we go to bed with a smile on our face. And then we wake up in the morning and we go, yeah, I feel tired, but I put a lot in and I'm not going to stay that way because it's my spirit that runs this body. The medical system is full of shit. There's no other way to pull it. And they're killing people. They're number 3, but they're in charge of supposedly the first and second one. So, you know, they're coming in first, second, and third now. So, just know that. I don't really care. Are there good medical people out there? Yes. And do we need medical people? Like, yes. But the reality is we only need them for life-threatening situations. And if you use them for your health care, then you are a life-threatening situation. So anyways, this lady calls me up and she wants to come down here. She had a mammogram 2 months ago and she had another one yesterday. And I said, you do know that mammograms cause cancer? Yeah. She goes, but I want to know how bad it's getting. So this is the average brain of the average woman. This is the brain of the average man. He's going to take his wife to have her breast slammed and then microwaved to find out if they're good for the day. So understand why they believe that they can come and harvest our children and us right now. Because we're that stupid. Well, they go, wow, you've been showering in chlorinated and fluoridated water forever and drinking it. And then you actually run all the way to Costco for plastic bottles that are more poisonous than the water that comes out of the tap, and you actually spend your money. Yeah, they're ready. Start the harvest. And don't tell me I could go into anybody's home and I'd find more toxins than natural. But then you're all coming here to be practitioners, and the majority of practitioners out there live toxic lives, emotionally, physically, nutritionally. Did you know that? Man, I'll tell you, I'm an actor now, but at least I'm not a phony. At least I'm not a phony. But we're all actors, right? We're all actors. You know, what do you want to play today, the victim or the hero? Yeah. You know, that's it. But you got to play it for yourself. Do you notice some people around the hotel, they're always running here, running there, doing this, doing that? They're struggling to become the hero of their own story. So yeah. Anything that the medical system has to offer now is not going to be good. Are there good people in the medical system? Absolutely. So I'm not talking about the people, I'm talking about the system. But the problem is the longer you're in there, the longer you're going to be caught up in it. I don't try to talk people out of surgery. I just say if it was me, I would, if you're not in a life-threatening situation at this moment, don't make it into one. Try to see if you can heal your body. I'm thinking of doing the chemo. Well, you do know it's mustard gas, right? You do know that only 2.3% of the people that actually do this are alive after 5 years. And I don't know anybody I've worked with that has followed our program that hasn't lived a lot longer or always just remained alive. See, if you can make something into a death sentence, if you can say it long enough and strong enough, people believe it. So when people come into you, you're not treating the physical being, you're treating the emotional being. But what if you can't reach the emotional being? Then it's not going to work. So then when you go, oh, my stuff's not working, it is working. The vibration is so low, okay, and your supplements are trying to bring the vibration up. But we all know that if somebody gets a really bad disease or an illness like cancer or something that could be life-threatening, because nobody knows anything about health, real health. I mean, have you learned anything today about real health? This is real health. So if you don't know about real health and somebody gets sick in your family, then the fear that you have feeds their disease. Dis-ease. I mean, all the words are there. Okay, so you're either at ease or you have a dis-ease. So the reality is that if you ever know of people, the first thing you should do with people is this. Dr. Wolf, I'm not well. I'm really sick. How many people in your family? Well, there's about 4 of them. Okay, go somewhere where you can find peace. Go somewhere where you can eat right, think right, do right. Because does your family, how do they feel? Oh, they're very worried about me. Boom, there's the disease. There it is. He's not getting well, and if he does get well, it's only going to be short term because you have to put a lot of energy into it, a lot of money, and a lot of supplements, and then he's going to fall right back to the way he was. Guess what? Like, I don't hear this one. I'm a 3-time cancer survivor. Oh, aren't you just smart? Wasn't once enough? Oh my God, and they wear it like a badge. And you know what? And usually if they've had it 3 times, they join a non-profit cancer group. I just want to say here today that you can have cancer 3 times and live. And I'm working on number 4. I am not mocking anybody.
No, I know.
This is the world we live in.
We're proud of our scars, people.
And remember something, you got to get rid of all your scars. Remember that surgery causes more scar tissue and displaced calcium than anything else. So every time you get surgery, you're going to be in worse shape. You may have gotten rid of the inflammation to a certain degree or the tumor, but the reality is you didn't get rid of what caused it. Okay, so now that scar tissue that's there, tell me, why don't you start asking people who've gotten tumors cut out and find out it took 3 years to grow a new tumor right beside it because you got a physical block. So how badly are non-surgical therapists needed? Our technique's the only technique in the world that gets rid of the scar tissue, like between our energy medicine and our body work. We're the only ones that get rid of the scar tissue. Nobody else does it. Let me ask you a question. Chiropractors don't even talk about scar tissue. Okay, massage therapists don't talk about scar tissue. Homeopaths don't talk about scar tissue. Doctors only talk about scar tissue when it's a tumor. Okay? All right? Natural therapists don't talk about scar tissue, and it's the main thing that is actually causing people to get sick. You don't have pain, swelling, or inflammation unless you have a block. And to have a block, it's got to be calcium, crystallization, or scar tissue. And in most times, it's scar tissue. And that's because you're all tied up in knots, but you were all tied up in knots in your mind first. Ron, I told you, I said that that's gotten a lot bigger, right? Yes. And what did you do? You justified it with, well, I got it all done though, I got moved, I got it all done. So you went through a ton of stress. And all that inflammation you caused, dumping the adrenaline and the cortisol, guess what? It wasn't going to go anywhere else in your body except where there's already a storage tank for it. So, why is it that you, anytime that you do something good for yourself, you have to make that grow? You might want to ask yourself that question. You blew it up. Why? Because Ron, man, I don't know what type of upbringing you had, but it was hell. And you know what? You haven't done any work on understanding that you are the love you're looking for. So whenever you do something nice to yourself, for yourself, you feel guilty. So then you grow your tumor bigger. You think about that. You're not allowed to die on my watch. No, you get your shit together and stop being a nice guy. I don't like nice guys. I don't like them at all. They die early. Nice women die early. Oh, he was so nice. Yeah, he needed everybody's approval. And he took everything personal. That's not a lot of fun to be with. But what was he like? Well, whoever he was with. Who am I like? Me. Do you like me? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it can't matter because I know that I didn't hurt you. I did not hurt you. And if it felt like I did, I want you to come and tell me, and then we'll figure this out. And if I overstep my ground, I'll apologize. But I went in with the best intentions. And maybe I took you to the edge and I thought you could take a little bit more. Because the only way that people actually, when's the only time that people will actually do something for themselves? When they get sick. When they can't take it anymore. When they're down on their knees and they're begging God, please help me. Help yourself. You've been given everything already. It's called unconditional love. Go for it. Stop trying to destroy yourself, because when you do, you're hurting your family and you don't even know it. Oh, I love them so much. Yeah, as much as you can only love them as much as you love yourself. I am prepared to change and do whatever I need to do in the next minute to be able to become more for myself and everyone else. No ego, no arrogance. Why did I pick the lion? Because guess what? Sometimes you need to roar. But a lion doesn't come up from underneath the tree until it's really important. He just sits there, observing. And that's what I do. You'll see me at a restaurant, or if I'm sitting, I'm observing people. Because I go, okay, I know what she's thinking. I know what she's feeling right now. And that's my game. I keep observing people, not judging them. Doesn't matter what I feel. I don't take it personal. And I just go, yeah, I know the program she's playing. I know the program he's playing. This is, guys, the bus has already left the station. This is no time to not be doing the unconditional love work. Who here wants to die? Come on. I've seen some people here already that want to die. Who here wants to make themselves sick? Well, there's a lot of you doing it. So what does that mean? That means that we really need to start working right now. Do you know how many of your family members are going to get sick emotionally and then think it's a physical thing? And they're never going to know it. But what I'm saying is are you going to be able to take all this carnage that's going to happen in the next 3 years and still have a beautiful day? Can you do this, Dana?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yes,
Really?
that's the goal.
Okay, then get up and turn around and tell everybody you can do it.
I can do it.
Okay, good. Good. Now, was I trying to embarrass her, or was I trying to give her a gift to tell her subconscious there's a new sheriff in town? Yeah. So a lot of you are going to get pissed at me this week. And that's okay. Because you're only allowed to get your money back after the first day. I mean, you can only get your money back today. After today, that's it. And I know most of you have already ordered lunch, so I'm halfway there. You've got to understand, when the physical world no longer matters, then everything matters. You matter. I matter. My love for you matters. If you sit in judgment of anyone, seriously, they got you. They got you. That's when their program worked. You know, sometimes we have to be tough, eh? Because we got to hold the line. When people cross the line too much. I want to talk about something here, and I want you to try to get this. It's going to be really important. I want you to get to the point that you never have to forgive anybody again. First, work with yourself. That you never have to forgive yourself again. Do you understand? And then you never have to forgive anybody else again. So what does that mean if you're in a relationship where you're always forgiving someone? You're in the wrong relationship. I hate you, I love you, I hate you, I love you. I don't want to hate you anymore, so... So do you have any? I know, I'm just kidding. It's all good. So, why don't you talk to the people that you feel affected in your life or infected, and ask them if they have, do you have any intentions of changing, because I am? Or are you just pretending to change? And with women, you can sucker them in so fast. Oh my God. Oh my God, you're so easy. You're so easy to sucker in. Because you all want to rise, the women want to rise, right? And the men are like, oh, I got a meeting, oh, I just don't feel good, you know, oh, you go off and do that, tell me how you like it. You know, these are all, I'm not changing, so like it or lump it, right? So what are you going to do? So there's nothing wrong. You can stay in that sucked out relationship for the rest of your life, or you can say, listen, you know, where are we going here? If you just want a roommate, maybe you want a roommate. That's it, you know? Just say, hey, look it, I got it. I'm changing. I think you're really nice. So let's be roommates. I don't like making love anymore, so what the hell? We can just maybe sleep together the odd time and talk until we fall asleep. Right? You know? What, Dana?
No, the sex thing. I need to work on that.
Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And do you know why we have to work on the sex thing? Because they worked on us. Because sex is dirty. We're dirty. They did that to us. And meanwhile, the same people that are doing the COVID thing, they are, what? They're pedophiles, they're rapists, right? Yeah. So don't you see the big play? Are you getting it? Am I helping you today here? See the big play? It's human beings are not bad. They have bad beliefs. And then you've got these people that believe that they are descendants of the gods. Like it or lump it, that's what's going on. And you know what? They said we need to work together and strategize, and we need to make sure, okay, that the blacks hate the whites, and we need to have 1,500 different religions, and every one of them think that they're the only ones going to heaven, the rest are going to hell, and we'll make all this stuff up. Okay, we'll mess around with every good book. Okay, we'll mess around with every good story until it's our story, and they'll call it history. Okay? Anyways, we're not going to be doing this all week. This is only to show you that I'm not asleep and that health is not in a bottle. It can help you if it has a high frequency in that bottle, because it's all about frequency. So you're not buying a supplement, you want to buy an energy medicine frequency supplement, not a supplement, because everything has frequency or energy attached to it. And understand something. Where would you be with no energy? Somebody? Anybody? What? You wouldn't be on Earth, would you? Okay, so where would you be, where are you when you have little energy? Sick. You're sick. Your body's sick. No energy. So what do people need that are sick?
Energy.
Yeah, but they're not going to because they're sick here. They're depressed. They're angry. They're frustrated. Tell me they're not. You can't be that. So to get, there's the dirty little trick. To get well, you need energy, but when you're sick, you have none. So that means you have to look into what? Energy medicine. So you are the medicine. But then we want high energy medicine products, and I have them, so I can say that. And then people go, oh, yeah, we knew the sales pitch was coming, so whatever. That's okay. But the reality is this, it's everything is energy. And energy creates emotion. Now, if you have energy, but you don't understand that you must be the what? The pilot of your emotion. Because you can crash or you can fly. All day long, I'm looking for beautiful feelings. I'm looking for upward motion. I'm looking to create things. And when things don't go my way, I just breathe into my lion heart breathing, and then guess what? It comes to me. I just calm down. And then I'll pull in a few of my friends, a few people that I respect, and go, and that's what we do. We sit alone and struggle. We don't do that. We come together and we go, teamwork. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. And that's how it works. You come together as a team. So when you're struggling, you go to people that are like-minded and people that when they hear your struggle, they don't go, if anybody does that, you're out of the class. Oh, did you hear about Martha? What? She has cancer. There's a sickness. All right? Let me tell you. You know that three-legged hairless dog? He came here to see if he could win the race. He didn't need your pity. Oh, you have no feelings, Dr. Wolf. Really? Really? What am I doing this for? Huh? What am I doing this for? I could have done this anywhere. I could have written any book. God, people will take any course today, won't they? Because people are trying to get back on course. It's not because they'll take any course. They're like trying to grab at it. Or like it's easy to find the truth. It's easy to fall in love with yourself. It's easy to love this planet. No, because you don't have the rules right. Because there's no rules. There's no rules. There's only laws. Unconditional love for oneself and everything else. And mind your own business. Mind your own focus. If everybody said we're going to ignore everything about this COVID thing, right? If we just ignored them, it wouldn't even be happening. Shame, shame on the doctors, because they forced everyone with the masks. They did. Shame, shame on them. Shame, shame. And you know what they said? If this mask thing works, we're going to go all the way. They're going all the way.
Yeah.
If we stopped them at the mask, it wouldn't have happened.
Exactly.
Are you scared yet? I'm done being scared. Are you scared yet? Think about how often you are scared throughout the day for your children, your parents, for the world, for everything. Every time you do that, you are losing energy. You are making yourself sick. So anyways, here's the deal. Oh my God, are you okay? No, I'm in bed. I'm in pain everywhere. I think I'm dying. No, you're not in bed, and you are in bed, but you're not dying. You're healing. Well, why do I feel like I'm dying? Because you went and kicked the crap out of yourself on an emotional and physical level for 3 months, and your body said if it doesn't lay you down and create pain throughout it, you will die. So you will suffer for the amount of suffering you cause yourself throughout the day. It'll add up. It'll come for you one way or another. So you're either going to love yourself, care for yourself, or you're going to be in bed continually. Same program. Every Friday, got a headache. Oh, they cut the tumor out again. Oh, the fibroids are growing. Okay, I've got another infection. No, you don't. No, you don't. You infected your mind. You allowed your mind to be infected, which infected your body, which infected the cells. And now the cells are spewing out the poison. So, we got lots of business coming, guys. This is going to be something. Oh, here's my marketing pitch. Yeah, here, I love this one. So we got lots of business coming. The fake COVID's going to take a lot of people down. They're going to be sick. And then they're going to get this thing that's called a vaccine, but there's no such thing as a vaccine. Then they're going to come and want us to come for help. And most people believe they're going to die from it, but they won't if they change their mind. If you actually changed your mind and you brought your vibration up, and then you took the right products. If you stop looking for silver bullet therapy, because we've all been taught for silver bullet therapy, so that's why we call it the perfect day. What if you could teach people how to have the perfect day where they are right now, and then you said, I'll charge you $150. Guys, do you know that some weeks we do like 50 consults? Some weeks we could do up to 100 at $150, and you're going to go. And then we give them lifetime support. Now, how can we support all these people? Well, because they get the perfect day guide in a patient form, and then they get all the videos, they get all the library things I've done, everything they've done. So most people don't never call again. Why? Because they get it. We give them the perfect day, and they might call a couple of times for you to tweak it. So what most people do, what naturopaths, what do they charge? $350 to $450 for the consult, and then they do not support them after that. And also, just so you know, naturopathic doctors are not naturopathic doctors. Now they're dispensing drugs. They cross the line. Okay, they're not naturopathic. I'm a naturopathic doctor. They are not naturopathic doctors. Doctors that are approved by going to naturopathic schools are not naturopathic doctors. Did you get what I just said? Okay, thank you very much. All right, here, take this poison and you'll be well in the morning. Okay? I think it's time to be over with the BS, right? Should we just keep on just squirming around? See, they can't own me because I'm okay with just a fig leaf. I am. Because I know if I'm wearing one, so are you. Let me picture that. Yeah. Then you're going to get all kinds of things. Like we don't teach vegetarianism because vegetarians are unhealthy. We're whole plant-based. That's what it is. That's what life is. High frequency. Did you ever notice the most popular things are never the real things? Like the keto diet. Okay, that's killing everyone unless it's keto plant-based. If it's keto plant-based, you're okay. But if it's keto animal, you're not okay. How many dead animals does it take to bring a person back to life? Huh? How many rotting carcasses do we need? Now, I'm not telling you that you shouldn't eat animal products, but do you think we spilt enough blood?
Dr. Berg is very keto, plant-based. He emphasizes lots of vegetables.
Pardon?
Dr. Berg.
Yes.
Eric Berg.
Well, that's the only thing you should be.
Yeah.
But I won't even mention the word keto. Why? Because I'm jumping on the keto bandwagon to make money. I don't want to do that, and I'm not going to do that. And I'm not saying he's wrong by that, because he wants to let everybody know he's got a keto-based diet. But I want to stay away from the word, because guess what? We all need protein, but we don't. We need amino acids. And the problem is that people can't go without eating because they're terrorizing themselves. My drink's still sitting there. I'm not thirsty. I should be thirsty. You watch, but I have to drink. If I don't drink 3 to 4 quarts today, I'm in trouble. Because tonight I'll be like, right? So I'm going to have to get at this. But understand something. You are the cure. Your spirit is the cure. Your spirit is the cure. Are you ready for this? The spirit in the product is the cure, not the product, not the physical product. Okay? Whether it's essential oils or whether it's the ionic calcium therapy. The reason why I pick these things is because they have high spirit. Oh my God, look at this. There's 100 million units in this product. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's the vibration it brings in. It's the vibration. Do you know how there's so many different things that'll do the same thing? Everything is a vibration. Do you know that unconditional love has every vitamin, every mineral, every coenzyme, every enzyme in it? I'm not lying. It's scientific. Unconditional love has every nutrient in it. When you're feeling good about yourself, do you feel unwell? When you're not feeling good about yourself, you could eat all this stuff and it might bring you up a little bit, keep the fire down, but you're still going to burn because you decided that you needed to go to a little mini hell for a while. So you're burning up everything anyway. The choice to smile or not smile. The choice to take life so serious. Life's a joke. Because when you look at it, most of it is a lie. So if you don't laugh, you'll cry. Think about that. Think about it. The whole thing is a farce. The greatest healthcare system in the world is number 3 at murder. The corner store, the grocery store, the health food store, they're all toxic. God, give me just one building, okay? One building with not toxic people in it, telling me to wear a mask, take my gel, health food store. And you know, even the manager knows that this bacterial soap has nothing to do with viruses that don't exist. I mean, guys, we don't deserve to be harvested, but in some ways we do. We do. And you know what? I'll tell you why we do. Because we're going to need millions of people to die before we wake up. Isn't that sad? Isn't that sad? Seriously. But I'm not going to be sad over it. I'm going to help those who want to be helped, do what I do, you know. I'm trying to reach as many people as I can, you know. Oh, and yeah. Go on my Facebook sometimes when as soon as I'm done something and go on there and look at the statements people give me. No thought, just reaction. No, let's take massive action or let's think about this. They just got to come out and react. Right? React, attack. React, attack. And I'm not hurt by it. Because you know what? It's amazing there's not more. Because people are just so heavily programmed. And that's a true story. What time is it?
It is 11:14.
11:14?
Yeah.
Okay. And today's noon, right? Oh, they did switch it to 1?
Yeah, you said one.
Oh, they did, but they did
We
it?
did. We all agreed on one.
I know, but did they know?
Yes.
See,
Talking
the,
about the soup room?
The
Oh.
lunch.
okay, do the people in the restaurant think it's noon or 1?
I'm not new.
Oh, I can, watch this, watch this. This is going to be wonderful. We're going to find out for sure, because guess what? Never assume. I talked to you, but did it get to them?
I thought I got to them, but we'll see.
Yeah, I know, but never assume anything, okay? All right? It's getting a little cool. We'll turn the air down if you want, or open up the door if you want. Okay, does anybody have any questions? Yes, please. Stand up when you talk and speak loud.
For the divine vine, you have to tap it 3 times to...
No, you don't. No, you don't. That was the maker of the divine vine doing that. All you got to do is this if you want. There's,
My son and I take it.
Yeah.
And he always reminds me, Mommy, don't forget to tap it.
that, but that's nice though, because that is believing in the invisible. Never take that away from him.
No, I love
Yeah. Yeah, because the invisible is what you truly are. So we're all energy. And you know what? By tapping it and going, it'll make this product more, it will.
That was what I was going to ask, because like our vitamin D and things like that, can we tap it just
Yes,
like our vitamin
yes, yes. Let me tell you something. And ritual's not a bad word. Ritual's a good word depending on what you're doing, right? Okay, and the ritual is when you're tapping, you're putting your energy into the bottle. Absolutely. And just so everybody knows, Divine Vine, ATP, and Pineal, they're actually, today's Sunday, they go on sale tomorrow. And the reason why I'm doing it is we sent out to everybody who buys these products to tell them we're not going to have them for a year. They didn't grow anymore quick enough of the crystals. So now they're on sale. So I said anybody who likes them, if they want, they can purchase them. But once they're gone, they're gone. I won't have them for a year. At least a year. And why? Well, let's put it this way. Sometimes people are a little dysfunctional, right? And I'm not upset about it. They just didn't do it, you know? You know, in life, it's like this. Does anybody realize that the power of the people that think they have authority over you, they know that if they can keep you distracted, that you won't get it done? Okay, all right.
Question.
Yes,
When you take Magagen,
when you take Megagen,
you don't eat for 2 hours after. But what can you take? Folic?
no. Megagen, it's a half an hour. So, Megagen, Merigen, Alzagen, Cardigen, Dentagen. You cannot eat for a half an hour. But here's the deal. Let's say that you eat terrible. Well, you're not going to digest for maybe an hour or 2, are you? So the reality is when you take the ionic calcium products, you want to make sure that you only drank water or did nothing a half hour prior, and then a half an hour after you can drink water during that half hour, and then you can start eating, right? But the reality is, if I just ate a big meal like a steak and potatoes, and that's going to take a long time to get out of my stomach. So the best thing to say is when your stomach feels light, right? And just know that every time that you bloat, every time that you feel cramps, you knew that you shouldn't have eaten. You were stressed out when you're eating. You didn't chew the food properly, and you didn't combine it properly. And how many people here eat when they're tired? That's the best way to knock yourself off. So if you're going to eat when you're tired, you want to do things like juices or blender drinks or a leafy salad. Remember, food takes energy to digest. So we know that food takes 70% of your energy to digest. That's why I don't eat much. I also didn't get my order in. Can you tell them that I'd love to have a Caesar salad? Okay? And what? Okay, at 1 o'clock, thank you. Dana always has to be right. Okay, so,
You're right.
I know. Anyway, so Caesar salad and 2 lemon drinks. Thanks.
I have a question.
No.
Yes, I can.
No. Stand up, please. I'm going to keep saying stand up because your voice carries better because nobody hears anybody here.
My question is with the energy medicine,
Yeah.
does that energy ever dissipate? Or does it stay in there forever?
What? That's a loaded question. What are you talking about? You got to be specific. In what?
And the frequency energy medicine?
In what product or in what thing?
Well, there are a lot of products here.
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you notice that the frequency, the strength of the frequency is changing in people the older they get? Yes or no? Come on, come on. Okay, you're quicker than this. Okay, so why does it go down?
They're not eating right, not thinking.
They didn't infuse more energy. It's a battery. It's a battery. You got to infuse energy. But it doesn't matter what you eat, what supplement you take. If you want to destroy it, then you will with your mood. Depressed people, their supplements are contaminated as soon as it goes in. Yeah, if you're upset, depressed, angry, sad, and you go eat, doesn't matter if it's organic, it's going to rot inside of you. Rotten thoughts create rotten food. Now, everything loses energy if you don't put it, if you don't recycle it, right? You know, I can sit here and just go, you know what, you're amazing. You have abundant energy, Daryl. You're getting younger, not older. You got this. You're powerful. But most of you won't do that because that's arrogance. It's arrogance for you. That's how you have been religified. Who do you think you are? Religion tries to separate us from our spirit. The medical system tries to separate us from our spirit. The government tries to separate us from our spirit. You haven't noticed that yet? I need to, okay, what does my spirit need? High vibrational emotion. Emotion, energy in motion. You know what? You can't sit there ho-hum. You got to be excited about your life. Yeah, but I don't have anything to be excited about. If you did get excited about your life, you would. Okay? Arnold, the beer-drinking fart master, will just leave. And you won't have to do a thing. Well, that's it. I'm out of here. There's too much joy in this room. Holy. Any other questions? I'd like to do questions right now.
I do.
Yes.
C60? About C60?
Here's what I want. When I
How we head.
okay, no, don't sit down. Don't. Stand up, and then I know you're the next person. Okay? All right? C60, how do you take it?
Yes.
Okay, first of all, I just want to tell you guys this.
Can it be given to the children?
The olive oil, there's still some left, and the reason why I put it on sale is because it's olive oil. With the olive oil, you can't, I don't think people can do more than maybe 1 teaspoon 3 times a day. Also, the flavor of it, also it's thicker, and most people's livers, because they have so much anger, are not digesting it properly. Okay, so olive oil is good for you, but the problem is people are angry at the world, angry at their family, angry at their life right now. I'm taking olive oil off. Now, does olive oil help to detoxify the liver? Yes, but I'm going to take it off because I need things to be easily digested. So that's why we put it on sale. There was nothing wrong with it. I make decisions to help people, not for the making of money. We can't do that. So how do you take it? Here's how you take it. I take coconut oil and I do 1 teaspoon. I do it 3 to 4 times a day, never less. I hold it under my tongue until it's completely water. There's nothing left of it. Or hemp oil. You can do either one of them. Okay? Just hold it until it's water. And understand something. People are going to go, oh my God, carbon 60. That's the nano, graphite. Guys, do you know what helps to bring down the symptoms of a vaccine faster than almost anything else and really does it and overrides it? C60. Yeah, C60. Go to my website and read about it. I mean, it's absolutely phenomenal. It totally gave me back my eyesight. It totally gave me more clarity. I am more opened up to things. C60 will take damage in your brain and then put new wiring over top of it and rewire the whole brain. I mean, what product does that? I don't know a product that does that. And the more C60 I take, the more intuitive I am. And it's not, you don't want to become intelligent, you want to become intuitive. You could never...
Can we get it here? No?
What?
C60? Or do we have to order it?
Well, you can order it, but it'll be here in 10 days.
I have it, but also, let's say if you have something like a gum or something swollen, can you put it there?
Well, okay, but there's other better things, okay? And I'm just going to answer her question, too. What I think we'll do is we'll just, if you guys want to give us a container, because I really love C60, I'll bring it down in a big box, and then you give me a liter container, and I'll just fill it. Because that's the best way for us to do it. Just like our Black Diamond, the Black Diamond powder. I've got, the daily cleansing tea, we've got it in bags for you. Like we took and just put it in little Ziplocs, because that's the only way we can get it down easy with the bulk, and then the price is lower for everybody here. So if you want daily, and I would take it if I were you. The Black Diamond, I'm having that couriered down by DHL. So I've got 12 kilos coming. That's a lot. That's $25,000. Black Diamond is the highest vibrational, one of the highest vibrational products on the planet, like C60 is. And they're kind of related, except the Black Diamond will chelate out heavy metals and reduce acidity faster than any other known product on the planet. And I'm not making that up. Right away. Right? And it delivers 60 to 70 micronutrients. No product does that on the planet. We're going to go into the products more in detail later. The C60, what was your question?
For the, what was that? Swollen, something, let's say you have a wound or swollen gums or anything, can you just...
Inflammation in the mouth.
Inflammation.
If I had inflammation in the mouth, I'd be on Dentagen or Merigen. Okay? And if I had a big problem, I would be doing, if I had a big problem, I'd be doing 2 Merigen a day and 1 Dentagen. And guess what? You'll see miracles happen. And you'll see miracles happen. No product works like this. This is the only calcium product that works on the planet. And I'm challenging everybody out there to come up against me on it, because it's true. It's the only one that works. Why do you think they won't let us put it in the store? You got to call up and order it from us, because they can't take it off because it has no negative symptoms. Okay, it has only positive symptoms. Right? But they won't let us put it in the store. Yeah, it's the most amazing product. You can get a person that has big pockets, or they just had a tooth extracted and they want to do a bone layering. Okay, you don't need it. It'll grow it all back. It'll level the whole thing out. Gum disease, but then you have to understand where gum disease comes from, right? Who knows? Bum disease, right? It's infection. You've been pooping in your pelvis for so long, right? And that's what's rotting out your mouth. Anybody that has gum disease, they're really lovely to kiss in the morning. Just hold your nose. Yeah, so let's say the child weighed 75 pounds. Then I would give that child anywhere from half a teaspoon to, you know, a little more than half a teaspoon. You know what I mean? You go by weight. So always go by 150, whatever product we have, children can do. See how I love that, eh? C60, can children use that? Now tell me she wasn't programmed by the medical system. Because every product I have is a food, okay? Can my dog have it? Can my bird have it? Yes. Okay, you have to understand that. Let's get rid of all of that part. And you know, that was very logical, what you said. But they have made naturals look like poison. They're not. You have to understand something. You can't give a certain child a drug because their little bodies, it would kill them, because you're taking a poison when you take medication. You're poisoning yourself to try to dumb down your symptoms, right? Yes or no? Do drugs heal? No, but we take them. Why do we take them? Because we can't handle the pain. Why do we do that? Because we run away from pain, because we made pain the enemy. Why do we do that? Because we're not in charge of our emotions. Yeah, so any of the products, you just take the weight. So if the child was 50 pounds, it'd be 1/3. And then how often? Same thing. You could do it 4 times a day with them. Now let me tell you something. Nothing heals the brain faster. Nothing corrects the eyes faster. The eye problems are caused because of the brain problem. Brain damage. And because the eyes don't see. The eyes just pick up frequency and light. That goes to the brain. It damages the brain with the blue light. And the 5G, it damages your brain. Okay? And then what happens is the brain damages the eyes and says, I'm going to make you blind. If I make you blind, you get to keep your brain. But or I'm going to give you a cataracts or glaucoma. Okay? I'm going to give you a detached retina. And your eyes are going to hurt so much, and you're going to stop doing what you're doing. And that's where all eye disorders come from. Unless somebody poked you in the eye, it comes from your brain. Yeah, people don't even know this. Right. So blue light, they could have made everything. The computers, the phones, the LED lighting. They could have done their TV. They could have made everything in a light that would heal us. So isn't that, it's kind of funny, eh? You work hard until you're 50, and then you're spending all your money trying to get your health back. And all you did was follow the medical plan. Do you have any other questions, Rita?
Can I?
Oh yeah, just
There
keep.
are more people.
Oh no, but you know what?
I'm
Okay, what did I tell you? I told you earlier.
Don't be sorry. Yeah.
No, I didn't say about the sorry. Well, you can, don't be sorry either. But the reality is that if you're going to leave it on the table, I'm taking it. So if somebody stands there and asks me 50 questions here today, they're going to get it. Just because everybody else has questions, but they don't want to ask them. Go ahead. Go ahead, woman with big ovaries. Okay.
I didn't hear that. Oh, okay. Vitamins, you don't talk much, and then I see like whenever you go to other practitioners or homeopathic, the first thing they give you vitamins. But I don't see a lot in your list.
Well,
I know vitamin C60 has 270 times more vitamin C than any vitamin C. I understand that.
yeah, but hold on. If it's 250 times stronger than vitamin C, and if it's neutralizing free radicals faster than anything else, most of the times you're taking other vitamins because you're trying to neutralize free radicals. Now, and then also, you see Sinonian minerals here? That's the highest punch of multi in the world. That's got 150 different nutrients in it. There's nothing like this. It's all organic and all natural. Yeah, and I told you I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in the energy that comes out of the product. You can go do your, see, the whole thing is to distract you, right? Okay, should we eat a whole food or a part of a food? That's right, that's right. We need a whole food. We need the fiber, we need the water, we need the enzymes, we need the minerals, we need the vitamins, right? We need it all. And we take it in whole. Okay? That's why you can take in natural sugars, but you can't take in processed sugars. They're not whole anymore. And they'll put a hole in you. Right?
I don't know what else to say, but I can tell you that I couldn't take any iodine,
You couldn't take any iodine.
any except the infinite iodine. It's the best
In the world.
in the world.
In the world.
It gives you so much energy, and I feel good about it.
You know what? I am so lucky because I tell everyone this is the best in the world, and then people come to me with the best products in the world. Yeah. Yeah. We're the only ones with this iodine. And this iodine is non-toxic. Lugol's is toxic. Nascent is toxic. You can blow your thyroid out with it. Okay? This is the only iodine in the world. You cannot OD from it. The infinite iodine goes in and disinfects, okay? Disinfects the body, okay? It doesn't get rid of viruses because they don't exist. It disinfects what we call a virus, which is your cells taking a poop and vomiting. That's all they're doing because they want to exist. Okay, so it helps to disinfect that. And then what's left of the iodine goes to the parathyroid and thyroid. And then with the iodide, this is the iodine here, everyone. And then with the iodide, it goes directly to the parathyroid and thyroid. Okay, so the difference, so that you understand, is this will first go in and get rid of infection. So within 15 seconds, it neutralizes what we call the V thing. 15 seconds.
The iodine.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's why people don't get it, but even when it comes to people who had the V, taking the iodine, taking the C60, taking the fulvic and the humic, and if they can afford the black diamond, that's the way to go. And then just think, if you loved yourself, and if you ate a whole plant-based diet, really? So understand, when a scientist says, if you got the V, you will die in 2 to 3 years. That's what they're saying. And I'm telling you, you will if you are eating and living and feeling like the herd. If you remove that factor, and get off your knees and stop begging, please, and demand your God-given right to rise, you're bigger than the BS that they delivered, which is a dysfunctional belief system. And these doctors and these scientists that are telling all these vaccinated people that they will probably die do not know what they're talking about yet. And then guess what? We're going to all find out that Daryl's not full of it within another year or two, because guess what? With Celsonic and Avicin and the things I do, I'll kick any V out the door. I already know that. We've already been working on people. So, today's truth is tomorrow's lie, because we are spirit beings. As long as you want to look at yourself as a physical being, you're probably not going to be here after you do that, especially after doing it twice or 3 times. But if you look at yourself as a spirit being, you can override this stuff. You know, The Matrix was not a movie, it was real life. Bring it down. Bring it down. And listen, isn't it funny how we get clues, right? That if we just realized we were more, we could have more. And that's the name of the game. Okay, these psychos, okay, killers, they know that there's a rule in the universe. Not rule, one law. What's the law, guys? Tell them that you're coming for them and give a clue for them how to get out, or else you might feel the wrath of God. So the law is they have to tell us they're going to kill us, and then they got to tell us a little bit how we could get out of it. And it's like, well, we gave you a clue, and that's it. There's the whole game right there.
Still lined up.
Huh?
And they still line up.
They still line up, but that's the game. But most people don't know they're playing the game, though. They don't know they're even in a game. You know, you actually think that your baby's suffering, and you're suffering, your husband's suffering, the world's suffering, and that's part of the game. Does anybody realize I don't suffer? Even if I have a pain in my body, I'll sit back like this, put my hand in an Avicen, put the Biotron light on, connect to my lion heart breathing, and if I feel like I need a real wham-bam alignment, then guess what? I'll just hook myself up to the Cellsonic and take 2,500 volts, right? And you don't feel it, but your cells do, and it goes into your cells and go, you don't have a disease, you don't have cancer, you don't have diabetes, you don't have anything. Wake up, new program, boom. You think I'm kidding? It's the only machine that I've ever seen that can actually take a spinal column that's been cut and actually have it grow back together. It's the only machine I've ever seen that can have bones actually grow and meet each other. I can tell you other stories. It's beyond Thunderdome. Yeah. And that'll be here in 2 weeks. It's caught, like everything else, in the world of payoff.
Is there a bunch of machines made, or is there just one machine?
There's very few in the world.
But there is.
How do you get rid of the
How do you get them? Well, $75,000 US, and then the shipping, right? And it's worth every nickel. I have people buying machines from me for personal use. You know why? Because they know what it does. Yeah.
And they want to be on Earth.
What?
And they want to be on the Earth.
Well, they want to feel like they own the earth, and the earth doesn't own them. So everything is frequency. I just told you that. Right? So it's like this, you know? You can try to eat yourself well. Good luck with that. That's why fasting's so powerful. Right? But like I told you, you know, do an energy fast. Don't do a water fast. Do an advanced water fast where you're bringing in energy medicine products. I will come up against anybody with their water fast anytime, any place, and I will tell you, you have that person do a water fast, and we'll take the same person and we'll get 10 times the results. And they will have 10 times less the suffering. See, because everything's built on suffering. And guess what? Please don't get me wrong, and I'm not trying to banter on this. Jesus suffered for you. Whoa, dude, back off. Back off. Back off with your story. And it's been ingrained in us. I'm done suffering. I'm not going to suffer. I'm not going to suffer for my children if they decide to get the vax. I'll be here to support them. I'm not going to suffer for them if they decide to stay someplace that's hell on earth. If they decide to keep on living with that person or eating that or drinking that. I'm not going to suffer for them. Huh? You have to own it. If you don't own it, you don't own yourself. You've given yourself away. At least what you could do is at least call them up and say, hey, honey, I hate to wake you up, but I've been suffering for you for at least 3 hours. Well, you might as well get something out of it. And then they're going to think that you're half nuts. But meanwhile, they do it too. Everybody does it. It's until you bring it out and you open it up and go, yeah, it's not that pretty, is it? Welcome to your life, because we create these things.
Thanks. We're getting lots of vitamin D3 here in Mexico. How much K2 should we be taking?
None.
I guess we don't need supplement.
No, you don't need K2.
Okay.
No. But I'll let you know if I start running out of money. I've got some K2 here right now. Sandra, and then I'll come over. Yes, speak loud.
I had a testimony on the Meriton.
Yeah.
Lady called in, was doing all the products for 1 month. Second month, she went on Meriton and Cardigan, just like you said. She's had pain
pain for half her life. She's no longer in pain after 1 month married to the cardigan.
Yeah, I have a lady that one of my consultants, because that's one thing, if you guys really take this seriously, okay, and you really want to do this is your passion, this is your purpose, you're already going to make really great money and help so many people, and I'll help you there. There's not an, we can't, what?
Where will we live?
It doesn't matter where.
Okay.
Because guess what? You have to understand, the herd is going to lock themselves in for the next 3 years. Do you have a phone?
Well, maybe.
Or you don't?
I mean, for now.
Well, if we don't have a phone, who cares? We're going to do the fig leaf in the garden. Jeez, stop. Stop. Deal with what we got right now, and we'll deal with the fig leaf later. Don't do that. Don't do that, and that's what you do. What if, what if, what if, what if? I smell mold. Are you like out of your skull? Let's be here right now. I just said, if you've got passion and purpose, I'll put you to work. And understand, you could make yourself what? Is it not enough to make, like, let me see, I don't know. How about working 20 hours a week? And making $1,500. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but it's very limited, right? We're just not going to make it here. Get out of your head.
I think people are worried that they can't go back to where so they're going to get all this knowledge and they're not going to be able to go back to their country, and they're not understanding that they can come to you.
They can come to you on phone, Skype, WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Human beings are always going to find a way to play. Take it away, we'll find a new way. Take it away, we'll find a new way until we take them down. Until we take them down. And it probably won't happen in my lifetime. You know, the world has already destroyed itself 5 times. 5 times. This will be number 6. And you know what? I don't care. Want to save yourself? Save yourself. Want to save the world? Save the world. If you don't, okay. But I'm just going to play. I'm going to play. And I'm not going to say, what about? What about nothing? I have a phone. I have this. I have all that. And so what? If we lose the phone, less brain tumors. You think, you know what the people will do? They'll ride horses. They'll walk. They will come here. If you're good at what you do, they will come. I'm really worried about making money and being busy. Holy crap. Are you like, seriously, find your passion and find your purpose. There's somebody who's saying, oh my God, well, what if this happens, that happens? You know what? When you find your authentic self, you're always busy. And you're always going to be busy, but it's not, I'm busy. I'm living. I'm thriving. You know what? People go, Daryl, we really worry about you, man. We need you to just, well, what do you want me to do? Watch TV? Lay on the couch? Do you want me to swim for hours? Can I just love what I'm doing and just go for it? You don't love what you're doing, so you think that because you don't love what you're doing, you think I don't love what I'm doing, which you're not even thinking, because if you were thinking, you could tell I do. And you'd understand that I can work all those hours and hardly eat, better get drinking. But the reality is I'm not burnt up. Do you know what it's like living inside your head? Seriously. That's why you need to rest, and you need to eat more, and you need to drink more, and I am more. I'm gonna eat more. I can just keep you on, the energy's there. You can't become it if you're not going to believe it. I'm not going around faking anything. I think you've been here long enough. I act with you and you and you and you as I act with my family. I don't act any different. I don't put a show on for you at all. There's no show here. But then that makes it the greatest show on earth. It's called authenticity. Find your authentic self. You will never have a problem with making money when you're not worthless, when you're worth more, but you can't be worth more until you bring your vibration up. Also, and don't get me wrong, but on a physical level, you gotta like your body. No matter what shape it's in right now, you gotta like it. If you want it to be in better shape, focus on that, but like your body right now. Because every moment that you do not like your body, it's going to become more of that. That's your focus. Okay, who else?
Mine's in now.
Serena, C60 question.
God, you're pushy.
I learned it from the best. C60.
Yeah, C60.
Is there a particular order between C60 and uniformic and the B12 that you take? Time, space?
Okay, no, the C60, you take it in until it becomes water. Okay, the saliva has actually gone in and broke it down.
And then I can take
So it's going to be absorbed mainly through your mouth, okay? And the B12?
No, which is the most effective? Say.
For what? B12 will give you a boost,
Right.
right?
When I take that after it's become water, I can take my B12.
Yeah.
And then I can take ATP. Oh.
Well, you could take, believe it or not, you could take B12 and then right away put that in your mouth and hold the hemp oil or the coconut oil until it's water. They're both uptaked.
Question answered. Right. Next one. What is in the olive oil that does not gel with the C60 that you want to take it away from the
No, I didn't say that. I said the olive oil is harder to digest. And people are finding it very hard to digest their life, their emotions right now. So I don't need a physical product that's going to be hard to digest. And most people are very angry with their family or with the world or with these, whatever. And the more anger you have, the less your liver works.
So can you explain to me why there's a very strange place in Koh Samui?
What?
There's a very strange center in Koh Samui in Thailand. I went to which they do a liver oil
That's called
olive oil detox.
No, it's called a liver flush. So what you're drinking is you're drinking a large amount of oil to cause contraction in your liver. But I wouldn't do that unless I did a bunch of coffee enemas first. So here's the deal. I don't even talk about that because I don't do it anymore. I like the coffee enema thing. I'd rather go in through the back door than the front door. Okay? But if you were going to do the liver flush, take a look at Dr. Helda Clark's olive oil flush. Okay? Now, when you do that, when people take too much oil and they have too much anger, they will get a gallbladder attack. Now, when you take all that olive oil, okay, it causes your gallbladder to go into contraction, to flush out things. There's nothing wrong with that, but guess what? Where does all that flushing go? Into the large intestine. I don't want it going in there unless I got the cork out of my butt and I've got a large intestine flowing properly first, and then I would want to do some coffee enemas, ultimate coffee enema, and purge the liver as much as possible. Then if you felt you wanted to do that, you would do that.
They follow it with an alkaline water enema 3 times a day in that center. Anyway, that's past and gone. Not interested in that. But the best detox here. Now, next question is, can you share with me the formula for phase, MCT, C60, and beyond?
Okay, can you come over here, please? Can you come over here? Well, because I'm not hearing you. Okay.
You can hear me?
What?
I was shouting because you're in this corner. There's a wall here. Remember that wall?
Okay.
No Wi-Fi.
No, I wasn't blaming you, but yeah. I just wanted you close to me.
Just love me.
Oh, extra love.
Okay.
Okay.
She's a wild one.
I kind of missed out on the formula for the face combination between the C60 and the Beyond.
Okay, well, if I was going to do my face, right, which I do, first of all, you're going to lightly skin brush it.
Okay.
So you're going to lightly skin brush it. At the beginning, I don't go that light. Look, I'll just do it like this,
Can't wait.
right? I mean, you can reverse your age of your face, but it's not even that. You just want to look healthy, feel healthy, right? First, I would do that. Okay, then I would use the Beyond Beauty spray, because that's going to go in and draw, right? It's going to draw out things. Okay, all right. You can do these pretty quick too. It's not like you. And then after I do that, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit. You don't need much at all. The C60, Beyond Beauty C60 oil.
Is that a new item?
Well, it's got a little spray pump. I mean, a little pump, so you can just pump it, right? So to get a little bit, instead of going like this with the bottle, yeah, there's a little pump. So then what I would do is I would take that and just take a little bit. You don't need a lot, just a little, and put that in, okay? All right? And then I would use the moisturizer.
Beyond Beauty.
Yeah, the Beyond, has anybody used this yet?
I've been saving mine to see what's the right formula. That's why I haven't.
This is the best moisturizer you've ever used in your life. I don't care if you spend $250 for your moisturizer. This is made out of 13 wildflower petals. Okay, this smells like heaven, and it's all natural. You've never used a moisturizer like this on your face. I'm telling you. Fabergé, I don't care who they are. There's nothing better. A friend of mine took 13 years developing this, and he died 6 months after. And he was trying to
You
perfect
stressed him
this.
out. Sorry.
Actually, there's a lot of people in the health business that don't love themselves. He had heart problems. He was 100 pounds overweight, Yeah, and he was obsessed. People get obsessed about these little things, right? You try this. I think you'll really love it. But if I can say something, if you've got the time, you lightly skin brush, and then you clap. Clap your face, clap everywhere, do the clapping, and then do the Beyond Beauty spray, okay? All right? And then do the C60, and then put a little bit of this on, and then find out. Well, guess what? Brown spots, discoloration, pigmentation.
I've been doing it for many months, that whole protocol, and my face looks more like my hands with lots of brown spots all over them. They come to the surface, then within about 3 days, they're flaky on the edge, and they just come off. Half my wrinkles are gone, dark spots are gone. I've even gotten spots that come up that look like warts, and they'll be up for maybe 2 weeks and then flake off. Wow, it's wonderful.
Now, if she wanted, you'd have to be dedicated to it. And let me tell you something. When I was younger, if a woman wanted to look really good or do something, let's say even have a facelift or something or spend money, you were conceited, right? You were conceited. You were arrogant, right? Let me tell you something. You need to feel good about yourself. You got to look in that mirror and you want to feel really great about yourself, right? You'll know if you're trying to improve yourself or not because you're not going to the chop shop, right? But if she wanted to, all of this was a lot, yeah.
Sun, a lot of burning on my face.
But no, this was a lot of not loving.
Oh.
Dehydration and trying to kill herself. Not thinking that you're beautiful and just destroying what you have. That's the truth.
It is, and I burned my
Because
face
guess
on
what?
purpose to fit
Other
in.
people have had a lot of sun too.
Right, but I used a red infrared light when I was 13 because the other people went skiing and came home and had burned faces. So I used my mom's infrared light and burned my face on purpose so I could try to fit in.
Okay, what did I just say? She just...
Yeah. I didn't love myself very well, yeah.
Yeah, but who did?
Yeah.
Really. So, but if she wants to, okay, she needs to go harder with the skin brush, okay, and then she needs to go harder with the clapper. Like so what you're gonna do is you're gonna brush and you're gonna clap all the anger and hate that you had for your looks out. And when the anger and the hate comes out of your tissues, issues in your tissues, She has brand new face, no facelift. Now, did you get any deep work done, a facial? Okay, okay, you make sure you get a picture, because when you get your first facial from Sage or from Violetta or Jason, okay, guess what? 5 to 10 years are going to come off. All the deep lines and wrinkles aren't just wrinkles. They're actually crevices in the muscle belly. So do you know how you have scar tissue? Well, we go in and get rid of the scar tissue that's created, that made the crevice. And when that's gone, it just goes, hey baby, I'm back. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah, no. I used to teach a course, okay, called Wolf Facial Sculpturing, and we would resculpture your face. Okay, we had somebody, okay, what's her name now? Alberta, and she fell down. She was holding a pot. She cut it. Susan, right? And it was this big ledge. I mean, it was probably, what do you think, half inch ledge. Okay, right here. So it healed, but a half-inch ledge. I went and worked on it once, and I smoothened it right out in 7 minutes. Okay? Well, we have a lady that came, and since she was little, okay, this toe here, her second toe had this bump on it because it had calcified here, and it stays like this. And it always feels like she's going to break it. She can't wear shoes. So guess what I said? Come here. Remember, I did it right in class. Remember, Gary? Were you there? You remember it? Maybe not? Okay. So anyways, I said, let me do it. Oh, no. Nobody can ever touch this. Nobody can ever touch this. And I go, well, that's why you have the problem, because nobody can ever touch it. So I said, give me your foot. And I just grabbed her foot, and I went in. It took me no longer than 3 minutes to 5 minutes with our technique, and she could bend her toe for the first time in 20 years. This is what you're going to be taught. So, I don't know if I can make a living. I don't know if I can pay off the bills I have. Are you like out of your head? There's nobody out there that does this work. People will fly and drive 3 and 4 states to the people I have working throughout the world. They do it. People fly all the way across the country to my good practitioners, all the way across the country. I'm not making this stuff up. You have no idea. You take this course 3 times and then help us train twice. And then guess what? Then you can travel with us, and then you can even you can help us teach classes around the world.
But first, let me ask questions. Next question.
Is she still here?
Okay. I have Marigen and Dantigen.
Yeah.
So I take my Marigen in the morning, but coming here, I'm going to miss my Dantigen. So I've traveled on the plane with a small bottle of Marigen. And that's finished. Can I put the Dantigen into the same bottle where the Marigen was, or do I have to wash it out? Is it
No, that's fine.
Fine.
That's fine.
So I can bring that Dantigen, and
Yeah.
when I want to drink it's time, I can
Yeah.
mix it in. Next question.
Yes, next question.
Will the couples course pain-free pregnancies be conducted as a class, as a course?
Yes,
Oh, cool. That'd
Yes.
be great. And when are you going to do that?
before you leave.
I'm not going to get pregnant again, but I'm thinking of parents.
I didn't say I was going to get you pregnant again.
I can teach that course where I come from.
Yeah.
Okay.
And understand something. I have not met a couple that we haven't gotten pregnant. It's all scar tissue inflammatory issue, okay, whether it's him or her. That's all it is. It is, I'm telling you. Work with the emotional part, work with the diet part, go into the pelvis, start getting rid of the scar tissue, the displaced calcium, get it back into the bones.
That course would make a brilliant wedding gift from a family member to the new couple.
Yeah, do you want to buy like 20 of them?
I could, and I can sell them at more money.
Then-
They will pay. The Chinese people are idiots. They will pay.
Okay.
Anyway, okay.
Just know, idiot means lack of knowledge. So she did not call them an idiot. You think she called him an idiot, but in another country,
You say mong cha cha, which is like clueless. You just do.
yeah, so don't take what she just said offensive. So right away, we know that she's an arrogant little prick. No,
Ovary.
What?
Arrogant little ovary.
ovary. Yeah, there it is.
Okay,
No, so listen, we have a hard enough time trying to communicate with the people we love. So when somebody from another country says something and you're shocked, come down off your pedestal, okay? All right. Because, you know, okay, in this country you can take the toothpick, in another country you, right? Okay, so let's just, let's all just chill out. Okay.
Okay. Right. So if that's available, there'll be a handbook and guide and all that for that, right?
How's it coming, Tara? The information, have you done anything lately?
It's coming real good.
No worries, no hurry.
What she just said was that she hasn't touched it in 2 or 3 weeks because
She's been such a busy little girl.
I work on it every couple of days as much as I can with everything else that's going on.
it will be really amazing.
Still in progress.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. Break up with Sage, get depressed, and then just work on the project.
Get married, make the book, and then have children from that class, from that course. Okay, last question so someone else can have a chance. Can I add your essential oil to any of the water, like ATP?
My God, what do you mean, add essential oil to the
So I
ATP?
fill my bottle with a fulvic acid, right?
Yes.
Like this morning I was in the
Yeah,
so
well,
put
I always,
ATP in it.
I put Black Diamond in.
I don't have that. I can't afford it.
You can't afford it.
Okay,
Too
the
bad.
Chinese eat, they will buy anything at any price you
Yeah.
can.
Okay, so anyways, you can put your humic fulvic in and then you can put your essential oils in. There's no problem. The only thing you can't mix is this. That's it.
All right, so anything else can go in?
Yeah, and the C60 won't be absorbed properly unless it's under the tongue and then really broken down well. I mean, I would, if you want the best bang for your dollar, you put it under your tongue and you don't swallow it. You just let it all be absorbed through your mouth. And that's your best bang for your dollar. Okay? With the C60.
感谢.
So can I buy,
Idiot. No.
can I buy some of these products that you've been talking about? You have-
There are some coming, and Joan will put a large order in. But you know what, guys? I'm going to tell you, all the orders are coming through. No matter, okay, I'm sure there's no Mexican spies on Facebook right now. But the order can be this much, and we're putting $50, and it's coming through. We've already been taking shipments for people. Well, I already told everyone, give Tara your order, and you'll have it in 10 days. That's it. Yes.
Going through Canada for that? Or States?
It comes from Canada. It's the only way we can do it without you really paying a bigger price.
Please don't just email me your orders. You have to come see me.
Okay, I will
We have
come
to put
see
it
you.
together.
Okay,
Spend a couple minutes.
Yeah, she's very sensitive. She likes togetherness.
It's the only way I can actually order it for you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, okay? Is that good?
Yeah. perfect.
Yeah. So no, it's been like, what, 10 days, eh? About 10 days?
It takes about a week to get here.
That's it, a week, 7 to 10 days. Yeah, it's almost the same as everywhere else in Canada when you ship sometimes, eh?
The only thing we can take longer sometimes is if customs holds it for
Yeah,
review, but that's like a couple days.
yeah.
Have you figured out a way to get the iodine here?
Have I figured out a way?
Yeah, we weren't able to get the iodine,
We
right?
have iodine. We have iodine now
Do we have it now?
in Canada.
Oh, no. Okay, I'll tell you what happened. The actual manufacturer weren't ready for us. They didn't take me serious. Okay? we sold of that iodine because when you go and watch the videos, you know the literature, you understand the science, okay? We sold $210,000 of that iodine in 3 days. And they weren't ready. And then every time we get it, we would blow it out in the day, wouldn't we? Yeah. But I mean, we just bought $250,000 of that iodine.
So is it the essential oils that we're having a hard time getting into Mexico?
No,
Did they change some rules?
no, no. There's nothing yet that we've had trouble.
So order all that
Yeah,
online.
yeah. Anybody else? Yes, love.
Excuse me.
It's okay.
I've had throbbing temples for 24 hours.
Yes.
And I had a beautiful, really wonderful 2-hour leg waxing appointment yesterday. It was very, very peaceful and serene. But I've had the temple throbbing since. And they put this eye machine on that would squeeze my temples and my eye socket, and it was warm and it was squeezed. It was nice. It really added to the peaceful ambiance, but I'm not feeling well, and I'm thinking maybe the Bioptron and the Avicin, or if somebody knows something else to get me through this. I've been doing every internal and external therapy.
What we'll do is just before we go, I will work on your occiput. It's probably back here.
Okay.
And then I'll just go, these are called the upper eyes, and you'll be learning that from Sage. Okay?
Yeah, I'd really like to feel better so I can feel.
Yeah, but okay, don't let them put that on you again.
I won't. I already decided I'm not going back, because right afterwards I
Don't do that.
He said, I'm thinking it was Bluetooth maybe, 'cause my eyes don't.
No, did it also have the lighting? Did it have the
No, it
lights?
didn't have any lights, but it was some kind of electronic thing. It kept telling me it needed to be recharged, and she was busy waxing, and it would say, the program is over, you need to recharge it, and then it would go off, and then,
Okay, just watch out for this stuff, right? And if you
Yeah.
start to feel a little off from something, take it off, okay? Not all electrical devices, and understand something. If it's in a spa where they're just doing waxing, chances are they paid like $80 for it,
Yeah, that's right.
okay?
yeah,
So,
I mean, I was great while I had it. I was walking home, I started
Yeah.
feeling awful, and I thought, oh, I'm not doing that again.
well, one thing right now is if you can get them to get you a plate or a saucer and just lay on do that, and then do the Avicin right now.
Yeah, I'd like to do that right now.
Well, then do it right now
I
and
want
do
to
the
do it
light.
As soon as possible.
But if you can
I-
get
I've
them,
never used
see
it,
if they
so-
can get you a plate or a saucer, okay?
And I did bring my sleeve.
Jason, would you please set her up so she can do the Avicin and the light right now? Thanks, boss. And this is Jason, everybody. I don't know if everybody knows Jason, but Jason and Sage, they're the ones that teach the whole course, okay, the non-surgical course. All right?
Don't you need one of those gloves that came in our bag?
Yeah, you got a glove in your bag. That plastic glove is to use for the Avicin. Do not, make sure you take all jewelry off, and make sure you use that bag, because that cuff is $250 US. And I don't want you to ruin the cuff. And
Of the hands, right, and the wrist,
that's right.
but not here.
No, love. You can, yeah. Anybody else got a question? Yes.
Ear clear. Can we use it topically?
Well, yes. You can use it. You can use it topically. Ear clear. You can use topically or right in the ear. Yes. Okay.
Well, I have.
Yeah. You can. After lunch, we're going to go through all the products. I'm going to talk about them, and we're going to really just talk about them. And then tomorrow, what we're going to do is we'll talk about the energy medicine to a degree, but then we're going to get right into talking about what? Conditions. I want everybody to bring up about a condition, and we're going to talk about conditions. And then we're going to talk about, is the person overweight? Are they underweight? What is their personality like? How old are they? What type of surgeries have they had? What type of drugs are they on? What is their diet like? Once we put all that together, okay, right, you'll really see that there are foundational products and there are foundational things that we do for everyone. And then we just tweak things. Understand something. There are not thousands of diseases. There are not 120 different cancers. It's a lie. understand that first it starts off as anxiety, then to inflammation, okay, then to what? Becoming acidic, then to crystallization, calcification, and scar tissue formation in the body. And then this happens just everywhere in different places. And guess what? Your disease is the end product of your personality. And your personality is not your personality because it's the belief systems of systems and mommy and daddy and peers. There is nobody in this room that has an authentic personality. Authentic meaning that you planted it. You took every belief, and that doesn't mean you have to get rid of everyone, but you need to go through every prominent belief, dominant belief that you have in your subconscious. Okay, I just want her there, the rest will sit down, or I don't want a lot of talking, all right? Let's stay focused over here. I promise you, if you want, we'll do energy medicine this afternoon. How's that? I don't care how you want to switch it up, because I don't work off a manual. Okay? Where was I? Where did I last?
Our dominant beliefs.
Yes. Okay, let's get into that.
We're not who we are.
So so you have different beliefs, right? Well, those different beliefs, the prominent dominant beliefs, they come together and they have and it's a key. And it unlocks disease or it locks up disease. What are your most prominent dominant beliefs? What do you believe about yourself? What do you believe about your family? What do you believe about the world? What do you believe? Who is your God? What does your God look like? What are you threatened from? What are you empowered by? If you don't want to start asking questions like this, you're never going to get there. What does your God look like?
Energy.
Energy, that's it?
No, like the creator of the energy. He's like a hovering being of the universe.
Okay, good. What does yours look like?
It's a big source of energy.
A big source of energy. But there are people here that don't believe that. And even if they believe it and you say it and they believe it right now, they've been programmed so much that they believe that it's a judging situation. It's something that judges me. Right? You know, St. Peter's Gate, right? Well, that doesn't exist, but St. Peter's, Florida does. See, you have to understand that do you know how long it took for me to believe I wasn't going to hell? A long time. Right? And then after a while, I didn't give a hell. Because you can't. Because it's the only way you could live. Because you can't live with that stuff. So all your prominent, dominant beliefs, you must go in. They must come down if they don't belong to you. And if they don't belong to you, then they better be something that you love and something that loves you. Because if your prominent, dominant beliefs don't unconditionally love you, like to the moon and back, why would you even participate? So, I think this is a good place to wrap up. Not wrap up, but Jason, what time is it? 12:18. Okay, by the time I finish this little story, okay, then we're not going to stop at 1 o'clock. We're going to stop at 1:45, so you can go out and think about the things we talked about. Is that okay? Is that okay with everyone? And if you don't like something that I say, just tell me, right? Because I work for you. You need to get that, okay? I work for you. All right, so I've said it before, but I'm trying to establish something here today. I need you to fall in love with yourself. With every pimple, every wart, with every wrinkle, doesn't matter what it is. I need you to be able to make mistakes without even giving it a second thought and saying, what can I learn from this and nothing else? I need you to shut down family and friends that ever judge you. Do you want me around? Then talk to me, don't judge me. I'm done with this. I'm not staying anywhere where I'm not loved. Oh, I do love you. Really? Well, it's going to have to change. You know, because you can tell people things, you know, you're hurting me, or I feel like you're hurting me. And maybe you're not hurting me, but I feel like that's that, right? The person's going to take it different, aren't they? Instead of, you're hurting me, right? I feel like you're hurting me. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, yeah, right? Just like when she said idiot, everybody went, right? And she didn't mean they were idiots. Idiot means lack of knowledge, guys. Right? We used to say, hey, how you doing? I'm feeling pretty gay today. Now you don't want to. I remember when I was a kid, being gay was happy. And I don't mean, you know, you can be gay and happy, but the reality is that words change, so it's like, wow, you know?
My sister's name was AIDS.
What?
My sister's name was AIDS. Her name was Adrian, and we called her AIDS. And then
Oh, jeez.
AIDS came out.
Her sister's name was Adrian, and so they call her AIDS, right?
And then AIDS came out, and it was not.
No, not anymore. We love you, pimples. No, okay. So let's just understand that we are Spirit of God, but I don't believe God created us. I believe God created the universe and a lot of things, because God would not create a brain that only works 10%. 90% of your brain is a storage shed. So they wanted to make sure it was really big. So let's think about this. Just give it some thought. They want to make sure it was really big so they could put these prominent, dominant thoughts in there. Now here's the deal. Did you ever try to get rid of a bad habit? Pretty hard, eh? Pretty hard to get rid of bad habits? Well, why would the habits be so hard to get rid of? And that's where we have people going, God doesn't love me, right? I can't seem to get this. But the reality is this. Whatever you do long enough and strong enough, even if it's killing you and your family, okay, it will be the most prominent way that you live.
Say that again.
Whatever you do, whatever you're doing, if you do it long enough and strong enough, it's called a prominent belief. And you don't even recognize it on a conscious level. And it's killing you and your family. Now, does that sound like a fair deal? Does it sound like a fair deal that it's hard to love ourselves but easy to hate ourselves? Oh, really? That's the God that created everything? Seriously? A lot of people can't wrap their mind around this stuff. They're just already shut down. But can't even figure this one out. Well, of course not, because it sounds crazy. But remember something. The subconscious only stores beliefs. The subconscious is only as smart as the beliefs. It's only as dumb as the beliefs. It's only as hateful as the belief. It's only as loving as the beliefs. When you get into a fight with someone, you're not fighting with their spirit, you're not fighting with their heart, you're fighting with beliefs that aren't theirs. And the reason why you're never going to resolve the fight is because they've been taken over. Because they're not the fight. They've been programmed. So when I'm talking to people, like what's going on sometimes in the hotel, not a lot, but when I'm talking to someone and they're just like, da-da-da-da-da-da, right? If I come from the point of view that those beliefs are them, that's not good. Because I know that everybody, even if they're hurting themselves or someone else, they think that they're going to feel better. If I drink this, I'll feel better. If I eat this, I'll feel better. If I do this, I'll feel better. You know that mommy's doing this for your own good. Really? Okay? Everything is just a belief system. If we could take a look at our lives and then take a look at the amount of joy that we have, ask yourself, do you want more? Well, you're not going to have more until a belief change. So until you change your personality, you're never going to change your reality. What's wrong with my personality? You don't like me now? Well, I'm just not as hard up for this kind of love. Because that's what happens. You're no longer hard up because you're self-serving, you're self-love now. And so you can't live without love, so you're going to take a contaminated one, aren't you? Why did she go back with him? She says she loves him. She doesn't love herself, because if she started loving herself, she would know that she deserves more. Are you with me so far? Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah?
Would people's view of God change how they are as a being?
Well, let's put it this way. When you change your personality, God will change too. Everything changes. When your personality changes, everything changes.
Because I know when I was, I had a bad thought of a father figure. And so it was hard for me to accept love from what I would say Father God. Or accept love from
Anybody.
Okay?
Anybody. If he let me down, everybody's going to let me down. Wayne? Wayne? Wayne?
Yes.
Yes. You two should talk. No, maybe you shouldn't. But you don't see it. You don't see it until you're shook up one day and you go, crap. We don't see the personality that we live because we've been living it so long, right? I take you into a pig barn. You're, oh my God, this stinks. 5 minutes, you can't smell it. You can't smell it in 5 minutes. Stinking thinking. If you've lived with it all your life, it's called normal. Listen to me. You have been so royally screwed. And most of the population are just going to keep on going with it. Decide today that you are not going to deal with anything except unconditional love for yourself. You stroke yourself. You go into the mirror. Why is the Braveheart quote on every mirror here? You don't, if you go to the bathroom, you don't come out of that bathroom unless you read that quote at least 3 or 5 times. Keep doing it until you know it off by heart. And then when we go to do the mirror work, I'll tell you right now, we all got to do mirror work here, and you better learn the quote tonight, off by heart. And then when we go to do the mirror work, we won't have these there in about 3 days, so you better know it. And then, oh, we're going to get you. Okay, and I'm going to get you. Okay, so you get to know that, and then I want you can play around with it, and then we'll break out into breakout sessions. You perfect the mirror work. If you can look into the mirror and state similar something to the Braveheart Oath, and every time you do it, I can see more love coming in and more depth coming in. And if you hold that and you work this and you connect to your breath and you don't make phone calls to anybody that keeps going the same way. You don't call someone while you're here because of guilt. You'll know when somebody really loves you and you tell them how good a time you're having and they're packing their bag. Because they're going to want it. Most men, if you call them up, partners, and you tell them all what you're learning and the fun you're having, and if they see it, it's not going to go well. Most women, if they see it, it's going to go better, but it won't go well either. But with men, well, you know, they stopped growing a long time ago, so there's very few men that are wakening up now. So take a look at this room. Does it look like it? Yeah. So I mean, it's obvious. It's right in front of our eyes, right? Okay, but then we've been programmed to what's really important, right? Okay? So understand something, so let's talk about it. So basically, subconscious filing cabinet. It's a filing cabinet. Your conscious mind, it's only 10%. That's why we do this. I got to stay there. You know, and this is the truth. Don't you guys ever see me when I'm walking? And I'll be just, I do it unconscious now, right? Okay, I'm thinking about something and it's a really big project and something's going on, or I'm walking up to somebody that I know they're going to try to terrorize me and them. I'll just, unconsciously, I'll just do this. Instead of going, oh, you know, because I get a little bit much, but the reality is so we'll just do this, you know, little kiss, right? Get me in the present moment, own it, okay? All right? So it's just a filing cabinet. And most of it's not even you. It's not you. You'll know when it's you. You know? Let's put it this way. It's not going to go good. If you find yourself and you're a woman, you'll threaten 99.9% of all the men on the planet. If you're a man, you'll entice 99.9% of the women on the planet. Lucky me. No, not. So
women stay single.
yeah, because because we've been programmed, you know. And they've been doing it all the time. 5,000 years ago, that's when the church and actually the government got together, 5,000 years ago, to make women into a really bad species, right? Take women and men and make them fight, struggle, no more unity. That all started back then. I want to thank the church for that. Okay? We can thank the church for a lot of things. Not. And I'm not saying there's all bad churches either.
I've never been in.
Yeah? I don't think they'd let you in.
Actually, that's not true. I did a dance tour in Ireland, and I went and talked to the priest because he wasn't letting us in. We're just promoting peace. I said, then you're not teaching what you're supposed to be teaching. Us young people.
Oh, so you broke into the church.
I broke in and then he chased me out.
Yeah, I got it. So that doesn't count. Anyway, so let's just try to really think about this. If you're conscious 2 to 5% of the day, that's when you're in charge. When you're not conscious, like in the present moment, knowing you're breathing, connecting to your breath, knowing you're here, then you're playing everybody else's program until you can be conscious enough to actually pull out the weeds and put your own program in. That takes 9 months of solid work. You'd have to actually just put around, okay? At eye level, you'd have to put sticky notes all over your house, in your car, everywhere, okay? And you would say things that bring you back to the moment all the time to own it, okay? Breathe, because breathing, if you're focused on your breath, smile, snap the band, right? Whatever it takes, you put it everywhere in the house. If you left it up for 3 months in the house, all of these notes, that's how they do it. Well, how did they get us to wear the mask? They put sticky notes everywhere to tell us that we're the infection. Guys. So anyways, yeah, oh yeah, that's good, yeah. So I had this guy come on, and I was going to answer him, but he took it down. Okay, you know what he said? You're no better than the psychos out there because you got people going to you and you're brainwashing them into your beliefs. And I said, and I was going to say to him, you know what? These are my beliefs. They can choose to have them or not. Okay? Okay, so somebody came to the hotel, or they're coming to the hotel, and they asked somebody at the hotel, what's it like, and how much is it? And that somebody said to them, well, how much money do you have? Is this a cult? So then she started causing and calling, making phone calls about this being a cult. Do you see how people are? That's what I tried to tell you today. Why are you trying to look for mold?
I was asked that too. I was asked when I was coming here, I was asked a question. I was actually, a statement was just said, and it was, okay, just don't drink the Kool-Aid, okay? That's what I was told. Now they're coming here. They started listening. But that's where it came from.
I'm getting it every day. Now I'm a cult leader. So, wow.
You're a good one if you are.
We gotta get you a hat.
A hat. Yeah. Well, make it like this, a pointed one. So anyways, keep trying to watch for it. Keep trying to watch for it. Look for the petty arguments that you have with yourself, and look for the petty arguments that you have with your husband and your children. Look for the petty arguments, because that's not you. It's just not you. Okay, what is it you want, honey? Well, I can't really do that for you, but no, you know I love you, right? Or I can do that for you, you know? And understand something. How many couples really live together and actually talk? Really live together and actually talk? Fadi, how's yours going?
I heard him talk about yesterday.
What? He what?
I heard him talk about yesterday.
Well, no. Well, we're not talking about making noise. Anyways, it wasn't a question. It's me giving him a little love jab. A little love jab. A little love jab. A little love jab, right? His wife wants him to become the hero that he would like to be. But she's going to have to just step back a little bit, okay? Because his wife loves to control everything, am I right? Did you ever try to control everything? Yeah, it doesn't work well, right?
Never makes you happy.
Yeah, so she has a control program. She's not a bad person. She's a beautiful person, but she has a control program because when she was younger, she realized that if she wasn't in control, she might lose her life. And she hasn't gone in to work on that control thing. You can't stay married to someone if you're trying to control everything. You can't be in union if you're the controller. It's called union. It's called unity. So anyways, back to the mind. Oh my gosh, that mind, eh? You know, it's not you eating the toxic food. It's the program getting you to. It's not you doing the drugs. It's not you doing the alcohol. It's the program. Okay. Very toxic beliefs create entities. You can get, from beliefs, you can get spirit energy and spirits around you that are beautiful, and you can feel them. You can feel it. It's not woo-woo, it's real. Toxic beliefs will cause entities. You know, people say, I don't feel like myself. That's right. Take a look at people that do drugs. Do the drugs change them, or is it the frequency of the drugs that bring entities into their body that change them? They look like parasites because there's an entity living off of them. And you can tell when somebody has just a slight entity, you can see their face is kind of, but you can see when you start talking about unconditional love, their face changes. And I've seen it happen with just even the last few days with some of the people in our course. So, how are you going to get rid of all the dysfunctional beliefs within that conscious brain of your unconscious brain? Because subconscious, unconscious brain. See, because here's the deal. If I run a program that I'm a self-healing mechanism, that I'm a energy creating system 24/7, would I get sick? No. So beliefs, okay, so we start off with an image, right? The image, because it's imagination. Work on your imagination, guys. When you're here this week, I want you to let your imagination just fly. Whatever you want, make it fly, okay? I don't want to find a lover. I want to be more specific than that, because you may not like what you get. Okay? What type of person do you want to be with? What type of group do you want to be with? What type of house do you want to live in? You know? There was a time in my life that I would be really upset with all the things that aren't getting done. But it's all gotten done. I mean, for us, with pulling this off, and, you know, yesterday we figured out the tent finally. By the time you guys get there, it's going to be amazing. But, you know, up until the point, so you got to make sure you're breathing, you got to make sure you use your imagination, bring in help. Don't stress out. You know that when you stress out, you isolate. When you isolate, it's not good. So here it is. A belief done long enough and strong enough becomes your program. When you've done it long enough and strong enough in your subconscious, your unconscious body takes it over. That's your cells. So when we use the cell sonic and use the thermography, we can do thermography on someone, do a cell sonic, and after one treatment, see the cancer gone. We can see the cancer back the next day or in 2 days. Why? Answer the question right now. Come on, bang. Because you're unwilling to give up the cancer. Because you worked really hard for it. And then you've taught that to every cell in your body. So that's why we can work on someone one time and they're going for surgery and work on their knee and it's over. It's fixed. And then somebody else will say, well, a lot of it didn't come back, but some of it came back. And that's because the program was more instilled from here to here.
But for instance, if you adopt every day, if you have a time for gratitude, to just be grateful for everything that's given to you, I think that elevates your energy and makes you more powerful in all those ways too.
Yeah, gratitude is the deal. But always want more. And more in the way that it's not more on a physical level, what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Always want more love for yourself, more beauty in your life, more beautiful people in your life. But then you've got a problem with that, don't we? Okay? I got people here going, I would move down here right now, but I lived in a house for 30 years or 40 years, and I'm so attached to it. Well, there you go. You're gone. You're going down with that house. Okay? I know that we're not good for us, but we've been together for 20 years. I just can't leave him. I feel bad about everything, but I'm going to stay. Okay, I'm done. I walk. I do not even come into that conversation. That person has a program and a protocol so deep within them, they've already given themselves a life sentence. And they're actually using their partner as an excuse. Because they actually believe that if they left, nobody would love them. I'm unlovable. So at least I have a warm body, even though it's a cold relationship. No, seriously, but that's only 8 out of 10 marriages.
And some people program you with that too.
What's
They're
that?
never going to want to marry you.
Well, no, but they had that. They were programmed. That was the program.
Yeah, but
She or he was programmed like that. Now you're going to go, what's this got to do with health? Everything. So that's why I want you to know you didn't fail. As soon as somebody comes in, you look at their relationships with themselves and with the world and with the people, and look at their chokeholds, look at what they're attached to, and then you know. Then you know how successful you're going to be.
So can you take some of your old programs?
Can you take some of your old programs and what?
And replace it with another one by repetitive?
Okay, guess what? You absolutely need no intelligence to look intelligent on this planet. The biggest part of your brain, okay, is a program holder. So if I said to you, look at, and I mean no disrespect, but I could get a mentally challenged person to change their personality faster than you guys, because I could get them to focus on just this. Okay, I want you to focus on just smiling and nothing else, and knowing that you are beautiful, that you can create everything in your life. And I'm going to remind you about this every 5 minutes. Okay. And then I do that, and guess what? That sad little boy or girl would be turned around within 30 days and never be sad again. And that's all you had to do to have your life back, but you refused. You know how many people here that I've said, watch, you can't smile for more than 3 minutes. Have you been to any of the meetings?
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. You can see the subconscious was winning against them, right?
Yeah.
Don't do it. This is a trick. If you do this, you could die. And that's what the subconscious is saying. So I already know. Okay, so let's just do a physical detox with this person and call it a day. And then we have the person, right? Not men, but mainly women, that will go to every practitioner to prove that no one can heal them. And that's because they're in a relationship and their husband has to suffer. I'm going to remain sick, spend all his money because he never comes home, and I'm also going to make him suffer and get the attention I want, or make him pay to have somebody give me the attention. What? Wow. Bow wow. And let me tell you something, it is like, there's the epidemic right now with women, because men have shut down. Men suck at their job, big time. They're not heroes. They don't protect the house. They don't protect the children. There's the odd one. Okay, fine. Unicorn, there it goes. I don't care what people think anymore, because it's the truth. Take a scan of the room, whoever's on the computer, please, and take a look. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys, and 4 of them work for me. There's only 5 guys, and there's like 45 women. Yeah. Does anybody know when the football game's on? Who's bringing the burritos?
I got the beer. It's 12:45.
Thank you, everybody. Enjoy your lunch.